news travelers down under, ready for another adventure exploring history.
G'day, insurance broker, and I'm here. Just an impromptu ride, nothing special happening. I'm just driving home from my mum's house on the mid-north coast. Driving home to the north coast, so I can barely read the chat. I'm using my new phone. I've just got a new phone, the F25 Ultra. Just to see how it looks and sounds. Yeah, they're going to be wonderful people in, so welcome to wonderful people. I see delicious comments. I'm not going to Kel. I just left Kel back at where my mum is, so I'll drive home. So I've got work in the morning, so as everyone might or might not know, I work full time, so pretty much 40 hours of my week are taken up by work. Now, when you subtract the rest of it with sleep, I don't really have much other time to do anything else. Yeah. I haven't yet got the Bluetooth microphone, so until I can get that one day, I'll have to do it with the Bluetooth on the truck, so yeah. So the weather has been predicted to be a lot of rain. Driving north, Queensland. At some point, I'm going to stop to get fuel. So once I do that, I might, I'll work it out. I'll pay it by year. So sit back and enjoy the ride. I'll try and, point things out. I guess, if you see something you want to know what that is. I guess there's a 30-second delay, so. Like I said, it looks pretty clear in the picture for me that I'm driving, so I can't really sit there and look at my phone all the time. So. But this is summer. This is summer in Australia, people. So, this is what it's like in summertime. Everyone thinks it's sunshine all the time. It's not. It rains a lot in summertime. Let's go to the North Coast Railway Line. That's the railway line that goes all the way to Brisbane from Sydney. can see your Luxus Monster plate. Yes, that's the name of the vehicle. I call it the Luxus Monster. The Toyota Hilux. I call it the Luxus Monster because that's the name I wanted. So the weather, when I was coming down the other day, I came down after work on, when did I come down? Friday. And obviously I had to go to hospital on Friday, so 7 people, so who? Got 7 people, or 4 now. So the signal will drop in and out. I'm sorry I can't do anything about that. That's the nature of the beast. So when I was driving down here Friday, I had to go to the hospital on Friday morning because I had some chest discomfort. So I had to have my test in the morning. I was really ill at work. I felt really dizzy and unwell. I started getting chest pains associated with dizziness and feeling very disorientated. And I could feel my pulse in my head, so I was feeling really quite unwell. And I drank a bit of water. I drank like 3 bottles of water, hoping I could try and pass it. Maybe it might be dehydration or something else like that. And it didn't pass, so I went to hospital and got checked out at the Street Hospital. So, yeah, they did a great job. I cannot fault them in any way. They were very attentive. They gave me like an echo, a nitro tablet, something got a pink lady, which is Gaviscon mixed with lidocaine, which is like a numbing agent to try and, and I was given the all clear, and then I came down and saw Mum. So reason for my visit to go see Mum was to my stepdad's 80th birthday. So I was saying he just turned 80, which is one heck of a milestone. I hope I make 80. And so here's first thing, point of interest. This is the enforcement of vehicles average speed camera. So what they do to people is they take a photograph or video of your car now, and they measure it when you get to another point, and then they work out the average, and they can tell the average speed that you were doing. So basically, if yours is above the average for your vehicle type, because heavy vehicles you have to do 100, a maximum of 100 kilometers an hour, they're not allowed to go any higher. And vehicles of my vehicles, trucks, and cars, and motorbikes, etc., they can go to 110, which is the speed limit, that's 110 kilometers an hour. So they look at that and they go, they look at what speed you're doing. And if you're not doing that, they enforce you now. They send you out a fine. So, yeah. Always got to keep on the right side of the wall. As much as you want to be late, you're late somewhere, or you're in a hurry to get somewhere, it's really not worth it, especially in the wet. Slip and slide around. The roads in here are unforgiving. So, especially in my truck, it's very light in the rear end, so it's a ute. So, yeah. Kel, does it sound good on this? I just want to know, can you hear me clearly? Probably the roar of the motor is probably a bit overpowering in the rain on top of that. I really want to get the altitude. I really want to get into my Bluetooth, like that Bluetooth microphone thing. So I will eventually get it. So I'm planning to try and make a stop around Coffs Harbour, where I'll try and get some food, obviously a comfort break, and Yeah, we're going to get some fuel as well. So thank you. Food, fuel, and a comfort break, yeah. So that's roughly about 2.5 hours away. So, yeah, all going well. Obviously, this rain is quite set in. So, I hope everyone's well. I hope they're safe and enjoying their Sunday, or whatever day it might be when you're watching this. So, consider hitting the like and subscribe if you wish. Share it out if you wish to. So, I know most of my UK friends will be popping in bed because it's about 18, was it 6:06:14 in the morning there. So, yeah. Good, feeling better. Okay. I'm sorry if I miss anyone in the chat. I can only see what's on my screen. It's small, it's tiny. This is a new phone to me, so I'm still working out the buttons and what I can actually see on it. So, shivers. Gingy with me, so Gingy came down for the run. I always take him with me, I never leave him at home. Left him at work for no longer than about 8 hours. I'm at work. Or out exploring. Usually I just limit the amount of time he's home alone. I never go away for days without having him. So, oh, excuse me. So I had some lunch at my mum's and stepdad's. Obviously caught up with my son, my oldest son, and his girlfriend. So hello if they're watching. Yeah, obviously it's quite rainy here. Three double lorry, call that a three double lorry, three double truck. Right, Volvo, I think. That's right, big Volvo. We come up to the second point now. We're just going to check my speed and see if I've been speeding, which I have not been. So, currently sitting on 105 kilometres an hour. What's that, 100? I don't know the 30 miles per hour, but yeah. Oh, too low. Oh. Roughly about a 5 hour, just over 5 hour trip home, so not too bad. Yeah, it was good last night. We ended up going to a local Chinese restaurant near my um, mum and stepdad's, which they're going through. So they go there regularly. So they're well known. They know the owner, and yeah, they had a good time with him and shared a few jokes. One of my old work colleagues was there, so Mark, and he was there. Caught up, I used to work with him. It was great to catch up with him and my brother and his fiance, Stacey. Yeah, I think that before, so you seen in my intro at one stage I had a bunker. That bunker is at Lake Cafe. Oh, oh, serious. Shout out to the three wonderful people watching. And then just to want you live in home from my mum. Going on Saturday Sean's birthday, so yeah, 80th birthday, so yeah. So here we go, folks. We go past the camera again. So what I've done now, and then now I take you to take a photograph or recording or something of my vehicle, and to make sure that I haven't been exceeding the speed limit. So my average speed must match the average speed of a vehicle driving from point A to point B. So yeah. Well, excuse me. There's a story through the coast here. Down Victoria, they had a bit of flooding, local flooding, and on Central Coast, they've been having some flooding too. So, usually up where I live, it's usually the season that we get cyclones, and a lot of rain, monsoon, storms, things like a lot of rain. So, yeah, I haven't actually checked the weather for home yet. So, yeah. Lucky for me, it's a bit of a full day. And it was quite warm when I was driving down. So, oh, excuse me, sorry. What's everyone been up to? What's the news? What's tell me a yarn? I'll tell you a yarn. Oh, it's quite muddy here. That's 2 kilometres. I'm recording Warhead. Yeah, I was hoping to go to the timber town at Warhead, to get that time, and this, about Chinch. Oh, let's see, yeah, sorry, it's not coming out there, very okay. Well, across the Northside Road where people have had accidents or passed away, obviously just remembering. Um, there was a time where they said that they were going to get rid of them because they were distraction. If anything, it cause accidents. But if I believe that they won't cause accidents, I believe there's something that will make you kind of think, wow, like someone lost their life, you know what I mean? You got to be careful on the road. I say every time I jump in the vehicle, I always think about the important things in my life. Obviously myself, my children, and Felicia, my mum, my brother, and all that, the people that I love. And I don't want them to have to get up to the door saying something happened to me. So yeah, approximately, what, 557 kilometres to Brisbane, 457 to Fox, and was that 47 to Kempsey? I think I can go past Kempsey for the fuel at the moment, so then I'm comfortable enough here to get fuel or not, so signal seems to be full, so that's good. When I was driving down here, it was quite warm, and obviously, I worked out I've got a bit of an issue with my clutch fan. So I've got a fan that works when it gets hot and calms down when it's cool. So it's not really working effectively. So my car was getting hot. So I've done a temporary fix. I ordered a part for it. So I'm just going to wait for the part to be delivered. Obviously, I ordered the part on last night. Friday night. Late Friday night. So obviously it won't sort of be posted until maybe Monday, and then get out there. So for sure. Shout out to the 4 wonderful people watching. Thanks for joining on my drive home. Driving home in the rain. Quite moderate at the moment, the rain, but honestly, when I was going down, just before Coffs Harbour, going down, it was torrential rain, and it was oncoming, so I was driving into the rain, so basically the view was very limited. I did take a video of it with the camera on the phone, which was a new phone, so and to be honest, the picture I saw through the phone was clearer than what I could see with my own naked eyes through the windscreen, which is really weird. I don't know whether it be a frame rate thing that it's loaded down enough that I can see clearly, I don't know. It seems to work. Sure. Sorry, that makes me yawning. I'm really tired. It's been a long week. I went, well, it was a short week, but still, I roughly work, as I said, I roughly work 40 hours a week. I'm working hard, damn hard. I'm a very hard worker, and I'm very vigilant hard worker. I try and put more into my videos, and that's what I want to do now. I'm not sure if I want to go down the road to real life streaming, just because it's so demanding, it's so like, you have to be on par. You have to be on par with everything. You have to walk around, limited data, making sure you're not doxing yourself, doing things you're supposed to. It's just too much of a headache for me. I like to be able to edit my videos. I'm not the fastest editor of it, but if I edit something, it takes me a long time. It's not my own worst enemy. I'm very pedantic, I guess, very critical of my work. So, when I say, oh, that looks good, 10 minutes later I'm saying, no, it doesn't look good, and it needs to be fixed up. So, fuck up. It's funny, I can see fog up on that, but that's pretty clear. So, camera is really strong. So it is real adjustment. What's everyone up to? What's everyone doing right now? I guess within reason, sharing information. I don't want to be noticed your clients. Just a general chat, just a general question. Just asking what's up to, what's going on. Very awful. Right, it's a bit heavy. Oh, no, it's a bit heavier on that. It's all been thrown off by the truck. Western Star, bad. Western Star. At the moment, I don't see Felicia in the chat. Doesn't necessarily only mean that Felicia in the chat, really. If anyone else in the chat, feel free to say hi. Not going to do a panel at the moment. I'm driving, and it's very hard for me to sort of navigate driving a vehicle, and trying to add people, or subtract people, send out links, and can be quite, obviously I'm not super popular, he can obviously control my streams, etc., which I do trust in. But I think, he's obviously got the best, so it's just me, myself, and I. Oh, me. Oh, window. Oh. That's it, yeah, when I was driving down, I just before Fox Harbour, I think it was Magoola, on the highway there, a really bad storm hit, which I did videotape, the lightning, thunder, and rain. It was nuts. It was crazy. I can only see, I always contemplated pulling over, but I just reduced the speed that I was doing and go to the conditions on the road. So, like at the moment, I'm all right. I'm struggling to see a little bit, but not that bad. So, temperature is good as the car, 88 degrees, which is good. They do this a lot over here. They overtake, and it becomes a stalemate because they're both limited to do what speed they can do, and now one of them's going to slow down so they can let them over, and he'll flash his lights in a second, maybe, and Leo, Joanna, and then you give like a link, and then 5 link, and another link, and then thank you. That's it. I actually don't mind driving in the rain. It's quite cooling. Not usually like the heat. Hopefully I get home in a reasonable time. Once I'm home, I'm going to unpack the truck, a few things, my bag, the cat, and then end up going to bed because we're going to be up at 400 for work at 500. So, yeah. I'm not working at my home store either. I'm going to work at another store. So it's not bad to travel, but that's life. Free car wash, it is. Free car wash. Yep. Free car wash. It's only because we stayed at a hotel last night, Kellogg, because mum doesn't have enough room for everyone to stay. So we stayed at the hotel, Kellogg stayed there. Had a pool, but we didn't go swimming. So, yeah. It was raining, we could hear the rain last night, so and I woke up this morning by train, so the U train was full, not completely full, but enough to cover the bottom, and when I drove off it, obviously for them to Sunday. So, see those things above us? I don't know if you can see those wire things that go across there. They're wildlife crossings. So, potentially wildlife like koalas, possums, spiders, etc. that walk usually would walk across the road, without climb up over those things and use that as a way to get across the road without getting hit by vehicles. It's a conservation area. Got a lot of rest stops, either there's a rest stop down the left and a rest stop down the right. You know, they tell you to stop every 2 hours and get out, stretch your legs, move around, wash your face, go to the bathroom, have something to eat, because it's supposed to keep you awake. So, yeah, I've been busy to that too, and I basically I stopped off, I had something to eat for about I feel refreshed and ready for next battle. Tired, so, yeah. We've got Tom Hotel you wanted to tell. We ended up watching TV last night. We watched ABC. On the Sky News, Sky News or ABC or something like that. I'm talking about the orcas, the AU-KUS submarines that are going to be coming in 2035. I talked about what they're capable of doing to a certain extent. Obviously, preserving the fact that they didn't want to reveal anything that could be used against our national sovereignty, like as in incorrect way to think it's on. This is still looking for me. It's a little bit more planet. We've got one Kepler, which is really dubious. A little bit more than what else we watch? We watch a bit of, I think, we watch something, what we watch last night, Joe? What we watch on TV? We watch Netflix. Anyway, we watch Netflix, but what did we watch on Netflix? What did you remember? Yeah, I'll come back to you in a second. Oh, yes, Click. We watch Click. Yeah, Click. We watch Click. We didn't make the end because I was so tired. I didn't rest my head. I'm really tired. I've been super stressed out about certain things going on in my life at the moment, and those people around me. That's been really affecting my health. Both my mental health and my physical health, which is not good. I'm safe, I'm well, I'm a good head on my shoulders, but it makes you wonder why certain people say do certain things. It really affects me. I take on a lot. I take on what people say and what's being done around me, so it's really hard for me to process it sometimes. Yeah, click. Now there's no control. He was skipping all the time he was sick, and he was skipping all the time he was sick. And all of a sudden he realised that he was skipping a lot of the good times. And a lot of the memories that he would have created with him. Oh, sometimes I get feeling. Next to the two ones I've been watching, remember the don't hit the like, don't hit the subscribe, don't share, don't comment, unless you want to. Oh, about 4 hours, 10 minutes home, about an hour and a half, we watch something. Stop off and get some fuel, get some food, and yeah, try things down and things we try down. Yes, it was sad, wasn't it? It was yeah. Well, life is precious, mate. I've said this many times. Life is precious, and you only get one life, so you know. They're miserable. They're wasted worrying about, you know, what the Joneses are doing. Keep yourself safe. Keep those close around you safe. And love them, because like you never know. Like my stepdad Davey and my 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 biological father, he was 61 when he passed away, and that was the first death in my life that really 100% hit me broke me down ground zero. I had a mini breakdown where I didn't think I would continue, but I got through it, and you too can get through it. Like, it's not weak to speak, you know, man. It's not weak to speak to somebody and say, hey, I'm struggling, or, I'm not handling the situation right. The worst thing you can do is say, I'm not your counselor, right? I can't help you, which to a certain extent, you can say that. That is correct, because don't give advice. Don't give advice that you're not qualified for. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not a counselor, a professional counselor, don't try and give them, just give them advice on, support. And sometimes just listening is enough. Sometimes just listening to someone and, listening to complain or whinge, is enough to sort of save that person from, feeling that they're alone. I had many great people around me when I was going through life challenges. To the point where I had too many people. I sometimes I said it's great, it's awesome that you're around me, and I really enjoy it. And thank you for your support, but at the end of the day, sometimes I need a bit of me time too. So, but it's not weak to speak, you know what I mean? And another saying that I've heard that I really like is, speak even if your voice quivers, even if it shakes. Speak even if your voice shakes. Don't be afraid to cry. Grown men can cry. You're not a wuss. You're not a weakling. You know what I mean? Surround yourself with loved ones and friends. Oh, that's heavy announced. Obviously, we're driving to another state now. And nothing you're going to watch on the road here through with a lot of water is aquaplaning, where literally lifts up your vehicle and can throw you into either the left side or the right side, so you just got to be careful. I'm quite a heavy vehicle on 1.8 tonnes, but still I can be thrown around, and the power of water is amazing. That's right. That's right. I think Kel wrote that message. Yeah. I think Kel wrote that message. Yeah. Look, you don't have to be blunt to listen to somebody, and you know what? You won't always have the answers. You won't always have the answers to someone's problems. Like, there's been many times where someone's spoken to me about stuff, and I'm like, wow, I'm out of my depth. I don't know what you're going through because I've never been through that. Like if someone wants to lose a parent, I can associate with that. And the reason I can associate with that is because I have myself felt what the loss of my loved one, my father, So I know the pain I went through. Doesn't make our pain exactly the same. Doesn't mean what you're feeling is exactly the same as what I felt. But I know that, like, I really love my dad with all my heart, with all my soul, with everything I want. So when he was gone, I lost a best friend. I lost a person that I can talk to, and there's so many reminders when I look around in life. Hear music, but like I said this to Barry the other day, because I do talk to Barry, I do talk to a few others backstage, or sometimes behind the scenes, because they're friends. That's it, just like catching up, because I can't speak to them in person. That's the only reason I speak backstage. Because obviously, for me to go and call somebody, it's going to cost me an absolute arm and a leg before the UK, America, New Zealand, etc. So I just, there's been times where, like, I'm missing. I'm really missing it. At the times in the live stream when people are talking about stuff and you notice I zone out. And that's not because I'm being rude. It's because I have no idea what they might be talking about. Like, you know, I might not have done what they've done or that. I'm happy to listen to the story, but I can't put input into something that I don't really understand. You know what I wish I could do? I wish I could have an overlay of weather and where and my position on the map to where what I'm driving through. So it's just quite heavy. I can feel the car sort of like bouncing a little bit up and down, and water's hitting the undercarriage of the car and lifting a little bit. There you go. We're right through it. So yeah, anyway, like when I was in hospital the other day, on Friday morning, I remember hearing, I heard like a phone ringtone. The phone ringtone happened to be an Elvis Presley song. I can't really remember what the Elvis Presley song was, but yeah, it sort of made me think about my dad. So, and then I thought, it's just my time, you know. Got a message that my dad was there, saying, you know, I'm there looking after you, looking out for you, or whatever. So my wife is on full 600, and as you see, you got to be mindful that there's a car in front. Some people put their four-ways on when they're driving, so you can see them. And that's visibility. So yeah, I just struggle to stay in front of me. So we just get breakfast, 50 to 50. That's what up too. So they do tell you when you're driving in heavy rain, where my box at? I've got to find the box. Really pouring down. It is now. It's really screaming down. I hope you're not to drive wherever you are, his brothers. an old t-shirt. I can't find a grey, but an old t-shirt. So, is the old big square one? Might give you one that time too. So, there we go. And then insurance, you think, now, this is definitely going to add to the trip, I think, because normally I'll be doing $1.10 here, 110 kilometres. At the moment, I'm lucky if I'm doing 90. There we go. I'm flying up a bit. That rain cell. I'm still fogging up. Sorry, it's Johnson. I was wandering it down. It's hot, hot. I'm trying to see the swing screen down. Shout out to the 5 people watching. We're driving up north from the mid-north coast to the north coast of New South Wales on the east coast of Australia. We've just driven through a bit of a rain cell. Green, 7 hills road. 7 hills. We got one to chat, and 5 people watching. If you're new to watching, make a chat. Say hello. See how you going. Say g'day, and how you doing? What do you know? What's what you say g'day, and how you doing? Say g'day. Looks really clear on the camera, but through my Richmond, it's nice and clear. It's like it's artificially enhancing the picture. Well, I guess it's not going down. It's not in the inside, is it? with this down there, I promise when I stop to get fuel, maybe give it a quick clean. Someone break it down over there, or just rather break it down? Oh no. Like two ladies too. Oh no. It's really hard. It's a really hard one to be honest with. You know, you see people like pulled over on the side of the road and you wanted to stop and help them, but I've seen too many movies. I've seen too many movies where people get attacked while trying to help them because someone's waiting in the bushes to attack you, steal your car. A lot of heavy vehicles on the road. We call them lorries in the UK. Semi-trailers in America. High movers, semi-trailers. In Australia we call them trucks. Semi-trailers. I think we call them. Is that the guy running? Hey, buddy, yeah! That's the guy running from Sydney up north. I don't know if you saw this down, but this guy's got like this thing that he's running along the road. Like he's got like a I don't know, like a tram. Is it a tram man, a mole man or something? He runs for charity. He runs up and down the coast for charity. They gave it through. Mate, you know, hats off to him, mate. Hats off to anybody who does something for another person because it takes a lot to do a lot. It takes a lot to do something for another person that you don't know or not related to. So, get through there, or that's the rest area there. So, to the left there, that's the rest area. So, you can pull over there, go to the bathroom. You can sleep in your vehicle, I believe. In holiday periods, in peak time, they have coffee, and you get a free coffee for the driver. So, to keep it, it's called stop, revive, survive, which is every 2 hours you must stop, revive, and survive. So, because a lot of times you're driving, after about 2 hours, you start to zone out, and you sort of like, you know, a lot of people, you know, there's signs that say there's signs that falling asleep, yawning, which I did yawn, I must admit, I was yawning. I have had a good night's sleep. I have been rested well. I have had a meal, and I'm fairly awake. You know what I mean? Like I'm feeling quite comfortable. I'm about an hour into my trip, so an hour and a bit into my trip, so. And I've got about, you know, about 3.5 to 4 hours left of my trip, so it's that. So obviously I'm going to stop off. I'm going to get some fuel. So I'm still want to fill up Coffs Harbour. So that's where the old 7-Eleven is. So we got something here in Australia called a fuel lock. Where you go on the 7-Eleven app and you can press the fuel lock. So my vehicle takes diesel, so diesel efficient they call it, the 7-Eleven. So you can lock it in. When you lock it in, it keeps that price for 6 to 7 days, I think. 6 to 4 or 5 days, I took it per day. And you get, it checks the 5 closest, the 5 closest 7-Eleven, and picks the cheapest one. and then you get that price. That's the fuel loss profit. So it doesn't add. I think you can get a maximum of 160 liters. I think. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's like I think I lost my fuel in at $1.64, which is really good because on the way down I lost it in at $1.71. So I used about half a tank down. Just half a tank. And that's because I had to drive this slow because of the road. Hopefully that slow was not going to ride down today. So shout out to the 3 people still watching. Rocky Head, UK Rail. I often thought about the UK Rail. UK Rail? UK Rail? UK Rail? $100 now. One vehicle, another B double. So we might pass the double, which is it's but the train the train that's not the train, sorry. You know what I mean? They use them for the railway transport. What's this? Would you say UK, Uruguay? That's the railway line passing underneath us right now, but there's more. Oh, be interested to see how many Ks we've got left in Moss Harbour. Because, yeah, I'm going to stop off. I don't know if it's too early to have something for dinner or not. I don't know. I won't be stopping after that. I'll be just going straight get the fuel and just driving straight home. So I won't. As soon as I get home, I'll be unpacking the truck of the necessities, like the stuff that I need to put inside, like the cat, the litter, my backpack, my knapsack. It's ready. Oh, food. If I've got any food in the trunk. Yeah. Alicia packed up some there you go. So we've got Moss Harbour 74. So Paddy's ready. It'd be interesting to like do a video on this one day when I'm driving back and just sort of have some history on why things are called what they're called. Why does what John River? Oh, put that on me now, can't I? Paddy's Rest. I think I've stopped at Paddy's Rest before, yes I have. Walk from Maria Creek. Just names, just random names. Like I know that a lot of indigenous names are used for certain things. But it was only the other day that I found that Wenji or Wanji or Wanji, I think it's Wanji. It's pronounced Wanji. We always thought it was Wenji Foundation. Wanji, it's Wanji. So my friend lives up there, so he switched on me, so that it's pronounced Wanji. So I guess that's like around my area too, because people pronounce certain towns a certain way, and yeah, it's quite interesting. Shout out to the 5 people watching. If you haven't already, make yourself known. Consider hit the thumbs up and subscribing. Occasionally I do these drive videos where I drive home from my partner's house, or I drive home from my mum's house, or occasionally just go for a drive. Try and share some historical things that if I drive past something that I know information about. Usually I'm driving at night time. I prefer to drive over night. It's a lot cooler. Jinaway. Now, we must be come up to Jinaway. Now, I believe Jinaway goes all the way up to Buckingham. I think there's one there at Buckingham. I want to really want to main cost up is something I really want to stop at. Get the fuel there. Shut up. We've got the additives in my petrol tank at the moment. Trying to free up a bit of oil change. I want to change with my son, but he was quite busy and it started raining, so no use getting down and dirty in the dirt unless you have to. So I'll possibly do that on another day when I have off. I've ordered a new clutch fan for my bike. So the clutch fan is just playing up a bit, so it's causing a bit of overheating problems. That's it. Shout out to the 4 people watching. If you wish to make yourself known in the chat, say hi today. There you go. Hope you're enjoying the journey. It's nothing spectacular, but we're currently driving up. I think this is called the M1 or the Pacific Motorway. I'm not exactly sure what it's actually called. Yeah. We're not far away from Coffs Harbour. Having dinner pretty bad. Wow. What's that for dinner? Michelle doesn't drive, so what a few, what a few. So, where the hotel is, it's not near any shops. So, unless my brother, John, has gone out there with food. Oh, it's cook me dinner. You do, don't you, Colonel? You want to cook me dinner, hey, mate? You want to cook me dinner? I don't really want the big jobs and arches because I'm over it. I don't really want to eat junk food in general. So. Shout out to the three people watching. Mombasa 16, Uganda 30, Costa 58, and Brisbane 444. So we're not going as far as Brisbane. So I'm about two hours, maybe 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 50 minutes. Which stage on the other side? So 2 hours and 40 minutes away from Brisbane. Yeah. On the coast. For rain. So Coffs Harbour gets a lot of rain. My mother used to live in Coffs Harbour, in a suburb towards the Lambie East, which is not far from Corbina Gardens. What's this river called? Six. Oily, oily, that's tour. Oil service. Ah, there you go, that's what that is. Oiling is like hydrogen. Shout out to the 4 people watching. We're currently driving north on the Pacific Motorway, heading towards Brisbane on the mid-north coast, heading to the north coast of New South Wales on the east coast of Australia. The weather is rainy and muggy. It's quite muggy. It's quite humid. flick it in. Signal to be holding up alright. I hope it's clear. Shout out to the people watching. Thanks for joining me. And then driving north, heading north towards Brisbane from the mid north coast of New South Wales along the Pacific Motorway, which I think in turn turns into the M1. And if you go further down south, I think it turns into the A1. Weather is raining on and off, muggy. Roads are pretty clear. Bit of traffic heading north, not too much, not too bad. The rain's starting to pick up a bit now, so we must be driving through ourselves. But it has been raining quite heavily on the central coast of New South Wales and down south further, like to the southern tablelands, south coast of New South Wales. It's been raining quite heavy, that's been flooding. Even on Central Coast, it's been flooding. So, flash flooding too. I saw on the news, I very rarely watch the news because I don't watch anything that depresses me. I like to keep myself quite happy and active, and I invest my time very wisely. I don't invest my time on frivolous things. So, my time is very valuable and very scarce. Because I'm not at work, I'm at home sleeping, and if I'm not sleeping, I'm doing things I have to do. Because I'm a homebody, so basically I get things done around the house, my uniforms, washing and cleaning, and trying to edit my videos, which take me for absolute ever. I'm very slow at editing. I'm getting better. I do apologise. Just that I don't really have much time, and that I spend so much time on other people's live streams or my own live streams that I don't really get time to edit. So that's something I need to work on. I need to do a better time management. The system, but we don't really need it. Still good for fuel. Still got just below quarter of the tank, so we should have enough to get into cost. So shout out to the 4 people watching. Thank you for joining me on my trip. Driving north on the M1, heading towards Brisbane, not going to Brisbane, but heading towards Brisbane to the north coast of New South Wales. Been down seeing family on the mid north coast. It's my stepdad's birthday. The next stop, Yaranga, then Coffs then Grafton, and Brisbane. So about 2 hours, roughly 2 hours and 40 minutes thereabouts from Coffs. So it was a nice time away. Obviously very short, but any time that I can get to spend with my family is valuable. My family will attest to this. I spend more time with my workmates than I do them. I spend more time with my YouTube community than I do with anyone at all. But you know what? I enjoy doing YouTube. I enjoy it. I enjoy the people I've met. I enjoy talking and listening. it's actually quite good for me because I find myself having to listen a lot more when I'm live streaming because obviously now I can talk restricted, but usually when I'm on a channel, I have to be respectful that other people want to talk and have their say. So it's good. It's a good learning curve for me because I find it hard to put the brakes on sometimes when talking. So you should really see where this petrol station is at Coffs Harbour. I know that a petrol station is, but I want to know where the 7-Eleven is without trying to get cheap fuel. Shout out to the three people who watch me drive. Shows you the diversity of the weather, right? Like it's pouring rain and then we're driven. My current trip time is just under 190 kilometers. So what do I chill have to consider? It will be 7, almost 7:30 a.m. in the UK. Urunga. Now, Urunga. Memories of Urunga for me. As a young fella, we used to come up to Coffs Harbour. This is where my late Uncle Bill and my late Auntie Amy used to live in Coffs Harbour. So at Urunga, there is a honey place where they make well, they don't make honey. Obviously, the bees make the honey, but they harvest honey there. So there's a big place there called the Urunga Honey Place. Thanks for the honey place. You should really drive down there sometime and do a video. Yeah, you can see bees there. You can buy honey. The honey's not really cheap, but it's nice. It's really nice. So basically, whenever my late grandmother used to drive up here, she used to always stop off at Urunga and get some Urunga honey. I won't be stopping today and getting any honey because it's only 6:30 and I assume the honey place is shut. Then it's Sunday, so yeah. But I should drive down there sometime and I will make that a video. I should make it a video where I drive down and get some honey. We'll do some other stuff whilst we're down here, so not just coming down straight for honey, because it's a very expensive trip for just a sandwich spread. Shout out to the three people watching. Hope you're enjoying the journey. I hope it's smooth, not blocky. As I said, I'm filming this, there you go, Urunga 14, Coffs Harbour 33, Plaza 114, and I can't know what the Brisbane was. So yeah, I would have loved to spend some more time with my mum and my brother and my son and my partner. But unfortunately, I had to make the journey back home to go to work. I start work at 0500 in the morning, so I've got to be up at 0400 get to work. So I've got to ensure that I have enough sleep after travelling. You know what I mean? To basically, generally I get around about 5 hours sleep, 5 to 6 hours sleep at night, which is, some people tell me I'm not enough. I do try and get more hours sleep, but I do tend to wake up, so it's a bit weird. Especially when I've got things on my mind. At the moment I've got a bit on my mind. It's nothing, I have a clear conscience, but I just have a lot of things where, you know, just concerned about people, so Delta, camping, I'm going to Australia. Shut up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing. I do occasionally do these drive videos where I drive to my partner's house, or I drive to my mum's house, or I drive in general. One person break it down. I was driving down to my mum's on Friday. A lot of cars pulled over. And it was really warm. It was really warm. So I found my vehicle's running really, really nice and cool. It's got a temperature of about 72 degrees centigrade. That's awesome. Considering the fact that when I was driving down, I was getting temperatures of 100 to 101 degrees, which my son says is no good. Not good. Mind you, it didn't pick warm today, so hopefully whatever I've done to modify my clutch band and put in the good yards to make it feel more airy. So I have ordered a new clutch, clutch bearing thing, same thing, and a water pump, brand new water pump. So once that comes, I'll sort of replace those on my next weekend off, providing that my wrist is back up, my vehicle. Because it's really hard to do certain things. My wrist is out. So Urunga and Bellingen. There's a base there at Bellingen. I've always wanted to go to it. So I won't be going there today, because again, it's 18:33, so I won't be going there now. Just as we get outside of Coffs, I might quickly check where this service station is, petrol station, 7-Eleven. So, because then I know exactly where I'm going. That way I can get fuel, and then I'll get some food to fuel me up. I'll stop off and go to the bathroom. So I might just put the camera off whilst I do all that. Go to the bathroom, obviously, and stuff like that. And all food. And then obviously, the more I get start with other live stream, I know that becomes better. I don't really like people with the camera off. I don't really enjoy watching I don't really enjoy watching live streams when I don't have the cameras on. Not to say that they can't do that, that's their choice. And not to say that I don't watch them. I might watch them if they're interesting. But just generally, I enjoy watching people, how they react. And, it's like when you talk on the phone. Talking on the phone it can be impersonal, same as sending a text. It can be very personal, but if you see a person, you sort of can talk to them and see what they're saying and they're doing. Because I know some people don't pay attention. And I say, yeah, I'm listening, but they're not really listening. Kosaba, 21. San Antonio. Once I get close to the Kosaba, I'll quickly just pause the live stream and I'll quickly check where this service station is and then that way I know exactly where I'm going to be going so I don't get lost or drive around aimlessly looking for something and run out of fuel, which has happened to me in the past. Shout out to the 3 people watching. Thank you for joining me. Richard most milestone? That's this place, milestone. But yeah, this year I really want to concentrate on more pre-recorded content, if that makes sense. Which is going to be a challenge. And the challenge is time to get to do it, and then time is going to take me to edit it because I do want to make sure that I deliver a good video. I'm very critical of myself. I'm very critical of what I do. That's the downfall of mine. That's the downfall of myself. So, that mailman's track. What am I supposed to mailman's track? What is that modern track the mailman used to deliver mail? I don't know. All these things that I don't know that I want to know, I should know. Driving up and down the coast so many times. So I'm not exactly sure what these little tunnel things here. I don't know if they're just decided to say that they are a refuge so animals can go across. There's no roads there. As far as the west of the roads. And we have the wild. So this time of day, you look out for wildlife, kangaroos mainly, and koalas, wombats, wallabies. That's the National Heavy Vehicle. National Heavy Vehicle. I don't know what the start is. First. So they check out the heavy vehicles. So anything over 4.5 tons, I think. 4.5 tons and above have to go in there for a check. They can check the brakes, they check their logbooks, because you have to have a logbook. They're very strict on the time that you're allowed to drive a heavy vehicle. Oh, my lovely family invited. Oh, okay. Geez, you're getting my home cooked meal on fire. I'm so jelly now. Are you out with my brother? One bill. Excellent. Excellent is one bill. My name is Bob. James Bob. And that's probably what you're on. Yeah. But, yeah. John, hey, what's from that accident? I'll break it down. Oh, it's not right. Oopsie. Whoa. 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 He's off. Wow. Drive safely, people. So, yeah. Occasionally when I check my rear vision mirror, I can check the chat very briefly. I'm not really keeping an eye and watching the video because I'm watching the road. Plus, another 13 kilometres. East Fontville Road. We're doing good. We're doing good. We going to need to feel up, which is good. Yeah. Trucks and roads. Stop off in Coffs Harbour. And we get something to eat. We get the food, get the fuel, and get the bathroom. So it's been about 2 hours trip. And 2 hours trip. Actually, it's not too bad for trip, eh? So we've done 207 kilometres. Now let's I didn't start the live stream from my mum's house, obviously, so Torina Hotel. Oh, supposed to stop off here. I'll try and keep it up. I don't know, I'm not going to stop to eat. I'm going to get the food of the Butterfly House. We should get down to the Butterfly House sometime too. We should take Kel to the Butterfly House. I'm sure Kel wants to go to the Butterfly House. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I might end the live stream here, do what I got to do, then come back. I don't know. Yeah, I think I might end it and come back because it's probably easier that way. That way I'm not just leaving a blank screen there because there's nothing worse than just looking at an avatar and just listening to the voice. And obviously, we're really close to Coffs Harbour now, so we're about 8 kilometres from Coffs Harbour, so I'm going to find out where this 7-Eleven is so I can put fuel into the truck and I'll get some fuel and pop off and use the bathroom somewhere. I don't like releasing myself from the side of the road. Obviously, if you had to, but I believe that you shouldn't. Thank you very much for people who have joined me and I'm out to that 7 at one stage. Do appreciate you all. You're valuable. You know, you didn't say hello, that's fine. You gave me your time, which is enough. You know, that's a valuable thing. You know, the most valuable thing that I possess is time. So, and I do invest it wisely. I will be investing it even more wisely in the year of 2026. Road work, 60 kilometres. So the road work here is because they're building a bypass. So they're going to bypass Coffs Harbour. So that would save I've heard stories, different stories saying that it might save an hour or two, but it will save a lot of time during peak time. So obviously it's going to bypass Coffs Harbour. So you won't get stuck in all the traffic. So, and this is where my mum used to live. So she's living in Coffs Harbour. So, doesn't live in Coffs Harbour anymore. She moved down to Sydney, and she moved back. So she moved from Sydney to Coffs Harbour, and then from Coffs Harbour to Sydney, and then from Sydney to where she is now. There comes Johnny Hopkins. Dungeon there, or place. Oh. So yeah, sort of might do history harness is I might actually might end the live stream soon. I don't really want to touch my phone, especially with yeah, so this is not the 711, this is the BP British Patrol. I don't know where the I don't know where the 7 I think the 711 is on this road though. I'm pretty sure they didn't put the 711 in the back street. But then again, stranger things have happened. So I'm going to stop off here. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Who knows if it's still daylight? It should still be daylight when I get to Coffs Harbour. So I might start one up and take you out. Or shall I do that? Cups or cards? There we go. Yeah. There's McDonald's, Subway, and Warrior Ginger Coffee, which I don't drink coffee anymore because I actually had some chest pains from drinking too much coffee, so I actually stopped drinking coffee, and I had to reduce the amount of stress I had to. What, what that clutch? Where's the clutch which is supposed to do? See if I can change this camera. Bear with me. Bear. Settings. Camera. Facing front. No, I'm out of shot. Anyway. My missing card. Yes, I do have a missing card. That's alright. That's what you do when you travel around. Right. Okay. Right. I can see myself. I can see myself. You can see me too. That's a weird angle too. But anyway. Alright, his shutters. I'm gonna love you and leave you for now. Thank you for joining me on the trip so far up. I will start another live stream after I've met the toilet. And I've grabbed something to eat and I've some fuel because yeah, I'm gonna make sure I'm fuel because I've got another 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 40 minutes trip, you know, so yeah. Yeah. Be kind to each other. Remember we all have history, respect it, and love each other. Just be kind to each other.